All right, Jack, so thanks for doing this for us. I really appreciate it. I'm just going to ask you a few questions about your experience here in Costa Rica and at the course.
Okay.
First of all, Jack, do you mind, how old are you?
I'm 67 years old.
All right, good. So you're entering the retirement phase.
Yes.
And so in your 60s, what made you think about teaching English?
Absolutely nothing. I realized that my retirement was going to be pretty limited in the United States.
Mm-hmm.
So I started looking around for lower cost of living, really, and had pointed myself to South America. And then I thought, I still feel like working, so why not do something while I'm there? And this looked like an opportunity then.
Excellent, Jack. So what advice would you give to somebody considering teaching abroad, especially if they're in their retirement years?
Don't be afraid of it. It's I've got all the tools I need now to find a job. The jobs are plentiful out there. If you want to travel, that's wonderful. If you want to get someplace and stay, that works well too. I plan on staying in Costa Rica. The support system here is wonderful. The country is welcoming. Don't be afraid of it. Give it a try.
Excellent, because you originally planned on going to Colombia, is that right?
I did, but the jobs were so available here, they were like low-hanging fruit. I found the perfect job I've been looking for my entire life, really. So it was pointless to go to another country and try to find the same thing. The airfares and the airlines out of Costa Rica are much more convenient and much less expensive than other places in South America. And the benefits of being in Costa Rica just really outweigh my desire for maybe a cooler climate.
Excellent. And how much money do you think you need to make per month in order to live here comfortably?
I think I can live very comfortably on 400 colones a month, which is about $700 US. My rent and on my room is very inexpensive, and I would have to try hard to spend more than that, I think.
Excellent. And how much do you think that English teachers usually make? So you say you can live on $700, $800 a month, and
the price varies with what you're doing and who you're working for. But I'm thinking I'm making almost $9 an hour at my classes, and the work is out there really. If you need online work, that's easily available. Through the school here in Costa Rica, there are always jobs coming up. There are always schools wanting more people. And there's always private tutoring available too. So I don't think making that amount of money is going to be that hard for anybody.
Excellent. And what concerns did you have before you came here when you were researching it and thinking about it?
Really just not being a traveler myself, is living in a foreign country. What's that going to be like? I speak almost no Spanish. And so how hard is that going to be for me? Am I able to adapt to the situation? Costa Rica is a very welcoming country. The people here have been so friendly and so helpful. I've been able to buy anything I wanted. There's always been an English-speaking person there to help me. And if they don't speak English, they're willing to take their time with me and work through the whole thing. It's a wonderful country. The concerns I had have fallen apart. I was a little concerned that Costa Rica was more expensive than some of the other Latin American countries. But it's not a concern that really should matter, because the jobs are here, the money's here, and the support system is here, and that's so important.
Excellent. And have you done much traveling in your past?
Almost none. I really don't like to travel very much.
So how does that coincide with your teaching English all over the world?
Well, I've moved here. I didn't travel here. And so I'm not interested particularly in traveling around the continent or Central America or any of that. When I came, I brought everything with me. I knew I was making a big change. But this is moving, not being a tourist.
Fantastic. And how about your current job? How was the job search after the course?
It was amazing. There were 3 of us that stayed in Costa Rica. 2 had jobs before the course was over. And I finished the course on a Friday, applied for a job on a Monday, and walked out with the job.
Excellent. All right. And so tell me a little bit about that job that you got. What are you doing there?
It's what I've been wanting to do all my life. It's a degree granting university that has me teaching English. They seemed excited because I was going to be a permanent resident, and my experience in business and background in so many different areas was just what they were looking for. They made me feel so welcome.
Fantastic. And are you working full-time or part-time there?
Part-time right now. They have plans to give me more and more, and so I don't think that the number of hours will be a problem within the next 3 or 4 months.
Excellent. So you finished the 4-week course. What were some of the things that you liked about the course?
When I came in, I had no idea how you could teach English only in English, not speaking the native language. And I was a bit skeptical of that. But by the time I've left, I now feel like I can teach English to anybody, from a 4-year-old child to a retired Spanish-speaking person. I have all that confidence. The course gave me that confidence, showed me how to do every aspect of it, and was just amazing, really.
Fantastic. And how about finding accommodation after the course?
I went online and started looking for apartments and rooms to rent. And at first I thought I wanted my own apartment, but in thinking about it, there was no need. That's American thinking. That's not, there's no use for all those rooms. So then I switched to a regular room. The first person I called rented a room at $260 a month, and I pay some of the utilities, and it's a perfect setup. 2 kilometers from where I work, so I can walk to work and back. And the first thing I looked at worked out very well. So everything's falling into place amazingly.
Excellent, excellent.